Hey everybody, it's Martian Monkey here, and this is going to be my Descendants 3 official trailer breakdown. This has been requested for some time now for me to do this video. A long time. You guys have been requesting like crazy for me to do this video. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to break down this trailer. There has been 2 trailers released recently. I'm only going to break down this one for right now. If I get more requests to do the second one, I will. But we're going to talk mainly about this trailer because there's a lot of things to discuss. But before that, if you haven't followed my Twitter yet, please go follow. The link is down below. It's at MarshallMonkey8. We do a lot of updates about when videos are coming. We talk about topics that have been released that videos will we'll talk about in videos later. So those are my kind of first responses to news that breaks for certain projects and stuff. So let's start with the breakdown. So here we have, this looks like the same museum from the first movie that they actually stole the wand from, right? And so, or I guess tried to steal the wand from, right? They didn't really steal it from the museum, I don't believe. But there you can see the spinning wheel from Sleeping Beauty. I think that's what's in there. And what I loved about the first movie compared to the second one is that the first movie to me felt more cinematic than the second one. In my review for Descendants 2, I said that the movie there felt more like a Broadway show rather than an actual film. So I'm hoping they can kind of return to where they started in Descendants 1 in terms of quality, because I think that movie was better. Not gonna lie, I think it was. And here's a crown. I believe, I don't know, maybe this might be Evie's, or maybe it's just some random crown. I have no idea. It looks like something Evie would wear though. Not gonna lie, but we had that, so maybe they're trying to steal that. It's a possibility, right? Possibility. But there's a lot of like blink and you'll miss it moments in this trailer, so there's one of them. So that might pertain to the movie later on. But this next shot is one of my favorites in the trailer. All right, ready? Look at this shot. Wow, what a shot. I mean, it's so great. It reminds me of like maybe something Peter Pan-ish, right? If they had motorcycles in that movie. It just looks so good. I love that. Good cinematography there. I'm guessing this is like the same situation where the bridge occurs between the Isle and Oridon, maybe? I don't know where this is actually. But wherever that is, it looks stunning, right? And I believe, like, I think that's Cameron Boyce up front, and maybe Boo Boo Stewart as well. I'm not really sure. But that's who they look like. At least from right here, where I'm seeing. But anyway, so then of course we have this key here. Now there's this new character. I'm pretty sure she's new. I have no idea who this character is, but we'll talk about that in a second. But so here they are opening the key to the gates, right? Open the gates. I think that's Skull Key, actually, now that I look at it. That's a skull, yeah. Pretty menacing. Love the jewelry though. Love the accessories. They always do really good in the costume department. So who is this character here? Maybe that's what's her face from the last movie, right? Who gives Mal that makeover, right? She's one of the stepsisters' daughters, right, from Cinderella. But they're opening the door here, and it get lost, right? And it, beware of dog. Wonder what is that? Beware of dog. Maybe that's a reference to something. But I love that they're opening that. Again, costume department looks great. That also looks like something Mal would wear though. I don't know. It looks like that one character, but I don't know. But she has hair problems. She's having hair issues. That whoever that character is. But you know who's not having hair issues? Mal. Now, if you guys recall, Mal had a lot of hair problems in Descendants 2. In my opinion, her hair looked awful. Whoever did Dove Cameron's hair in that movie should be fired, or if they're back on this film. I had a lot of issues with Mal's hair in the second film. But here, it's like just so natural, right? It's just like a regular haircut. They had her have like bangs in the last movie. She had blonde hair. She had like 3 different hairstyles, like curly hair. None of it worked. I mean, it all looked terrible. I don't know what they were thinking. Here, it just looks really natural. It's just a little wavy at the tips, like near the end. Hair matters. Hair definitely matters. And I feel like they went too crazy with her hair in the last movie. It was way too much, right? It just looked ugly on her. Didn't flatter her face shape. So I'm glad that they're making her look really good here. Good for you, Dove Cameron. We'll talk about more hair in a minute. There's a lot of hair comments for this movie, but she looks stunning there. And then here, I don't know if this is like if Ben's in his like pre-werewolf phase, right? And he's like transforming or something, but that's just gotta go. That is a huge problem with me. The mustache and beard just look terrible. It makes his hair shape or his head shape look bad. It's just not flattering. I'd rather he just turn into a werewolf instead of having like a phase where he has to like transform really slowly. That just looks bad. I don't know who decided. I don't know who was deciding this behind the scenes. They should be fired. I mean, that's just so bad, right? But But it looks like he's doing some pretty good face acting. I mean, at least he's trying, right? He looks good here. Love this. I don't know if these are like real suits of armor, like real people in armor, right? In the movie, in the context of the movie, or if they're like, you know, being controlled like magically, like the armor is being moved by itself. But they look menacing. You know, I believe this is an actual threat. So that's good. And I love the idea of like having it in an action sequence. I did like the action sequences in the second movie, but I also don't like the idea of them putting music to that. If they like make it into a musical number, and I don't think they did that too much in the second movie. It's been a while since I've seen it, but the pirate ship fight sequence in the second film was really good. So I think this is going to be on the same level. But they just can't make them look the same. That's the problem, is that the fight scenes look just too similar there. And then here you can see all the characters. You can see, I think that's Gus in the back. We'll talk about him in a second. And then that's Uma as well. You can see in the corner there, like right behind Mal. Love the, and there's Harry too with his hook. You can see him there too in the corner. Love the costumes. Again, costumes are just so good in the movies, always. They always do really well in the costume department here. I think Carlos's outfit is my favorite. Love the shoulder pads too. And they always make everything work. You know, I definitely think so. The only thing is, I think they're going to go a little too overboard sometimes, because I feel like in the first movie it was very natural. In the second movie they were like kind of getting too much there. And then here's a musical number with Sophia Carson, who did really well in the second film. Her song was really great there, her solo. Well, Carlos was in it too, and so was Jay, but she had the lead vocal part, and she did really well there. So I'm hoping we get a little bit more of that in this movie, and it looks like we are going to, which is good. Love Sophia Carson's career. Love how it's getting kind of like blown up there. She's going to be on The Perfectionists, so I'm really excited for her. Now look at this. This is Dr. Fausler's Voodoo Arcade. I don't believe for a second that Dr. Fausler would have an arcade. I do not believe that for 1 minute. Maybe a casino, but I do not believe he'd have an arcade. Of course, they really can't do a casino on a Disney Channel movie, but like he would not have an arcade. That's insane, right? That's like, no, he would not own that. I mean, I don't believe for a second he would. Maybe it's a possibility because there's a lot of kids in the Isle of the Lost, but like, no way. I just don't see that happening. Also, are we going to get to see him, or is it just going to be like a Ursula situation and we're going to have like off-screen lines? That really bugged me in that movie. And then here's Boo Boo Stewart. Love his hair here. I think it looks a little too thin at the ends. I don't know if that's just how it's supposed to look, right? But he just looks great, so that's good. And he's doing really good face acting now that I look at that. That's really good face acting. I mean, like, really good. I think Boo Boo Stewart doesn't get enough work. It's really sad. I mean, he was in X-Men for a little while, but like, he doesn't get enough work. He needs to get more jobs, right? Because he's a really good actor. And then here, I wonder if this is like a Hansel and Gretel type situation. Although, who's that with the staff? Ooh, we're going to see Kristen Chenoweth return, right, as Maleficent, right? That would be interesting. And this is where, has she been hiding out or something? I don't know. Like, did she escape? Is she going to escape in the third movie and then hide out here? That'd be cool, right? But whose house is that, I wonder? We'll see. Very Once Upon a Time. It's Very Once Upon a Time, which is cool. And then here's Ben in full werewolf form. He's like, screw you, Nicholas Hoult. I do it better, right? I'm the better beast. I'm just not blue, right? Love another X-Men reference. There you can see Carlos in the back. I think that's Gus as well. Carlos is wearing too much white. That's too much white for the woods. And then, of course, there's Jay. Love Ben there. I wonder if he's not meaning to transform, but having he's forced to transform over time. I wonder if that's what's going on. I don't know, but he looks better here than he does with the half werewolf phase with like that weird beard, right? Because at least he's full werewolf here. So that's cool. And here's Uma. China Emma Klein also has really good hair here. Her hair. I wonder how long it takes for them to do that hair. It probably takes them hours to do that. So here she's holding a stone, right? So I'm wondering, now Hades is supposed to be in this movie. We'll talk about Hades in a second. So I'm wondering what the goal of this movie is. The unfortunate thing about this trailer is that it really doesn't show you like full on like what's going on in the movie, right? It doesn't give you any hints as to what's going on, which is why I think this is a teaser trailer. Although for the trailer title it says official trailer, so I don't know. I don't know how much that's gonna pertain here. Sorry about the yawning, by the way. I've been staying up really late to this video. But anyway, Sophia Carson, again, looks great here. They also do makeup pretty well for this movie as well. And there's, in the background, that's probably somewhere Oregon, right? It looks like, well, actually, it looks like that fight scene that we actually saw. It looks like the same room in certain ways with that stained glass, which looks really nice. Now, here's Gus. I do not like this character. I think he's kind of like, to me, he's kind of useless. I hope that they really bump up his character here. Again, China McClain's also doing pretty good face acting. But Gus, I just don't see why, like, I don't see why he's here, right? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Maybe if Gaston was Mal's dad, right, like everybody thought he was going to be, that would make sense, right? Like, he's, like, there, but I just don't think that makes sense to me. I just don't like that. Also, I wonder if anybody's going to bring up the kiss between him and Harry that they cut from the second movie again. Now, here's Hades. This is Mal's father, right, supposedly. He just looks awful here. I mean, nothing about this character, nothing about this actor in this costume screams Hades to me. His hair is completely wrong, right? He needs to be a little paler. He needs to have more of a robe, right? Not like, this is too pirate. We've already done pirates, right? We've already done pirates in the second movie. Now it's time to kind of like level up from that. He's not wearing anything that Hades would actually wear from Hercules, right? He just looks crazy here. I mean, I don't believe for a second that's Hades. He looks like somebody who's like a regular, like, shopkeeper, right, in the Isle of the Lost, like some just regular person, right? He doesn't look like Hades at all. So maybe the performance will save that, but for right now, I'm just not digging the look, right? And then here's Mal, the same freaking green eyes. I don't know if she's gonna go into Mal mode here. Love like Mal mode. I think that's really cool when she gets like turns into the dragon, right? Maybe she'll fight off Hades, right? But I'm wondering what's going on here, because she's already done that whole struggling from between good and evil, right? So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. And then also with China and McClain with Uma in the last movie saying you didn't think this was the end, right? Like, what are they going to do with that? I have no idea. But what do you guys think of this trailer? So, of course, I do have some issues with the trailer. But overall, I think that we'll have to see more in order to know what's actually going on. What do you guys think? Don't forget to comment down below, like and favorite this video, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later for some more videos. Bye-bye.